Hi, in this video I'm going to quickly walk through the installation and configuration of the Virtual Identity Server. This is specifically for version 3.4. I'm running this on Windows Server 2012 R2, 2008 R2, 2012 R2 or what's supported currently, all in 64-bit. Some of the prerequisites before installing I have listed here on the screen. Of course, installing the 4.5 .NET framework, which in 2012 is now part of a role that you can add. Otherwise, in 2008, you can download it. The installer, if you run it without having this framework installed, it will prompt you to download it from Microsoft. The next prerequisite is to make sure that this server is joined to a domain and that you've created a domain service account in which you need to actually log in on this server as that service account. It's not mandatory, but it is strongly recommended for a smooth and easy installation, and you'll see what I mean as we walk through this. The last step is to make sure that you have added the ADLDS role on the server. So if I pull up my roles, this is the role we're talking about: Active Directory, Lightweight Directory Services. Okay, so I have already walked through all those steps, so I'm ready to run the installer. That's the next step we need to do. And then, of course, we're going to right-click on it and run it as administrator. When this loads up, you can just walk through, take all the defaults, accept the license. I'm going to install it on the C drive. I'm going to install all the features, and again, just take all of the options. That's actually going to add 3 icons to the desktop that we're going to use through the configuration. Okay. There they are. We're going to finish that up. Next step is to run the configuration tool. We're also going to run that as administrator. That's the first icon you see here. The other 2 apps we're going to use in just a moment to validate our installation. So the configure wizard is going to pop up, and it's going to ask us whether this is a new instance or a replica instance. Since this is the actual first one I'm installing in this environment, I'm going to go ahead and pick the initial instance. It's going to then discover the domain I'm logged into, which mine is dev.local, and of course I'm logged in as dev/administrator. But this is going to be who you're logged in as, which will be hopefully the service account that you logged in with. So all you really have to do is plug in the password for that account, hit next, and the system will go out and validate everything there is about your domain. It'll validate your password. It's currently installing the ADLDS instance that we use for our advanced features like virtual groups. And once it's done with that, it's going to go ahead and ask you if you want to start the service. So this could take a couple of minutes as it creates the ADLDS instance. And it is normal for you to see a few pop-up screens flash here as it loads the schema files into the LDS instance. Okay, it's just about done. And there we go, it's registering the services. Asking if we want to start the service now. Go ahead and say yes. I'm going to go ahead and close out our notepad because the final step we're going to do here is test the installation, and it's going to prompt us if we want to do that. As soon as the service starts up, and the first time it starts, it does might take a few extra seconds here to start up. All right, started. We're going to validate it by opening our LDAP manager. This is our LDAP browsing application that we use to validate our service. Go ahead and double click on the icon in the tree. And there's our connection. Got our connection to Active Directory and our connection to our local ADLDS instance.